Greetings. I'm Dr. Buck Hales, the chair of the Physiology department here at SIU. Physiology is essential for all of the pre-health profession programs. So whether you're a physiology major, zoology major, or a biological sciences major, if you're a pre-health profession, you're going to be taking our cadaver-based anatomy and human physiology courses. All of your instructors in physiology are appointed 100% in the School of Medicine. So if you get into medical school at SIU, you'll have the same professors in your first year. And our students who go on to medical school do very well in anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry. One of the really great things about SIU is we provide research opportunity for freshmen. And while it might be a slogan, it's true. I like to recruit freshmen into my lab, and by the time they're seniors, they'll be teaching the graduate students what to do. We have physiology majors who are working in labs across the campus. All of the who are working in labs across the campus. We've had great luck with our undergraduates who've gone through the lab. They've gone on to medical school, to PA school, to graduate school. In fact, one of my students, Lacey Gibson, who is a local Carbondale girl, worked in the lab for her whole time at SIU and then went off to graduate school at Harvard at the P.V. Chan School of Public Health. One of my most recent graduates, Abby Oakes, who's now in PA school, worked through her whole 4 years at SIU in the lab. She got a REACH award. She was a Simmons Cancer Institute Summer Research Fellow. And during her time, she made fundamentally important discovery using gas chromatography about products from the microbiome of the chicken that influence cancer gene expression. We do ovarian cancer prevention research in my lab. Ovarian cancer is a really bad disease. It's usually detected at a very late stage when the prognosis is really severe and the treatment options are limited. Despite advances in chemotherapy and progression-free survival, overall survival of ovarian cancer hasn't improved in over 50 years. And one of the reasons is because the lack of adequate animal models for studying ovarian cancer. There's never been a mouse yet who got ovarian cancer that a scientist didn't give it to her. Amazingly, the chicken, the laying hen, is the only animal that gets the same kind of ovarian cancer that women get, and they get it spontaneously. This gives us the opportunity to study the inception of the disease so we can devise prevention strategies, because we know that the cure for ovarian cancer is prevention. So we have done over 3,500 hens in the last 12 years, large-scale feeding studies where we've looked at how natural products can affect the course of the disease. And we've discovered that flaxseed is able to not only reduce the severity, but also reduce the incidence of ovarian cancer. We do our large-scale feeding studies in collaboration with the University of Illinois and house our primary flocks in Urbana. So about every 3 months, we'll take a busload of students from Carbondale up to Urbana, and we'll collect tissues from the hens that are on study. Then we bring all the material back to Carbondale, and this is what we spend our time working on here. There are several kinds of studies that we do with these archival materials. The first, which is a good entry-level skill for undergraduate researchers, is histology. Cancer is a very visual disease. And we're able to stain one slide and look and see if the hen had cancer or not. So what we do is we collect the tissue and we put it into fixative, and then we bring it back here to Carbondale. And then we take these little bits of tissue, we embed them into these paraffin blocks, and then we section them, put them onto microscope slides like this, and then we stain them. And then from that information we get from that simple stain, we can tell if this had early or late cancer, if they had cancer at all. And this is a good entry-level position for undergraduate researchers. We have several other kinds of research we conduct. The next major kind of research we do is gene expression analysis. Well, we'll do protein electrophoresis, and we'll do RNA. We'll analyze RNA by PCR. The next kind of research we do is analytical chemistry, where we measure the components of the diets and the metabolic disposition within the tissues. And this also is, for students who have a penchant for chemistry, is a good entry-level direction to go for undergraduate researchers. As I mentioned, Abby Oakes, who had that interest in chemistry, used gas chromatography to look at the microbiome of the hens that were on the various diets, and discovered that in the flax-fed hens, they produce a short-chain fatty acid, which actually alters cancer gene expression, which I think is an extraordinary accomplishment for an undergraduate researcher. But I'd say that the best success to date with undergraduate researchers is with Kara Starkweather. She joined the lab as a freshman and worked in the lab for 4 years, and now has completed her master's degree in the lab, and she's about to embark on her professional teaching career. Now, teaching is just one of the paths that a physiology major can take you to. There's medical school, PA school, osteopathic medical school, and so forth, or teaching, or there are other paths you could take. You could go to graduate school, you could become a researcher, or you could work in government, in governmental positions, working on science policy and so forth. But the fundamental education that physiology gives you lays the foundation for all of these career options. And we welcome you to SIU and encourage you to get in touch, and we can get you going on undergraduate research as soon as you get here. Thank you.